So here is my unscripted Licorice Pizza movie review. I had a blast with this. I went to see it last night with a couple of friends and we sat there giggling throughout all these little jokes that came in, these crazy like out of left field situations that came up throughout the film. It was definitely something that I enjoyed because I'm a fan of films like Dazed and Confused and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, those kind of slacker films, or those kind of dreamy Hollywoodized films like Quentin Tarantino movies have lots of random little scenes happen in them that kind of have nothing to do with the main overarching story, but they're really little fun anecdotes. This is full of them. It's really interesting film. It's by Paul Thomas Anderson, who is a director that I'm a massive fan of. I love There Will Be Blood. I love Punch Drunk Love, The Phantom Thread. Loads of his films are just like amazing, and so I was really excited to see this film because of him. But then not only that, I was excited to see Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, Cooper Hoffman, playing in this. He was really great. Really interesting guy, like he seems like a really good actor. Also Alana Haim's in here along with the whole of her family, which was really cool to see, like when she's living at home and both of her sisters still live with them and her mum and dad, and they're all played by her actual mum and dad and sisters, which is really cool. It's different, like you can tell that they kind of have a relationship already, and it just gives it some more kind of reality. However, the story around it seems really like crazy, like the fact that this 15-year-old kid is a bit of an entrepreneur and an actor, and he was a child actor, and he's kind of grown up to be kind of an entrepreneurial kind of guy, and he does all these crazy things, like he has these business ideas that come out of nowhere, and it's really funny what he gets himself into, and then Alana along with him gets into that stuff as well. So it's kind of fun. The cinematography is to die for. There are some shots in this film that are so cool, like they look so good, or you can tell they've worked really hard to like put it together. Standout moments were like where there was a scene where they're running towards each other and it's intercut with these other scenes where they ran, and it's just the way they pull it together and edit it. It's like it looks so nice and it's so well done. The setting for the 70s, there's a bit where they're going down the street, like there's a fuel crisis and there's rows and rows and rows and rows of cars, and you're just like, how did they make that like really sell? Like there must have been some CGI trickery somewhere to make it really sell the whole environment. Like there are big like wide shots of places in where they are, and it just sells it so well. I love the setting. The soundtrack is absolutely killer. This is really, a lot of fun. It's a lot easier to get along with than some of Paul Thomas Anderson's previous work. I don't, however, think this is his best work. It's not as focused. Those scenes that happen that have no real connection don't fully serve the story. However, the whole film is kind of, I think it's an anecdote on what life is like and how, what his life is like for kids specifically, and in that era very specifically, because it's no phones, no internet, none of that. It's a bit of a love letter to that period, of kind of pinball machine kind of era of you went out and you had to go out and meet people to have fun and things like that. And so it was really, really cool in that respect. There's some great cameos in this film as well, some amazing ones, one of which I missed because I needed to go to the toilet because we went for a beer just before we went in, and not too far into the film I found myself needing to go to the toilet again, and I missed, apparently John C. Reilly has a very quick cameo in it as Herman Munster apparently. And I didn't believe my friends. I went in and I thought they were pulling my leg. They were just like, you just missed John C. Reilly playing Herman Munster. I was like, get out of town. But yeah, apparently I did. So I need to see it again to see that. And there's Tom Waits is in here. He's really great. And Sean Penn, they have this superb scene together. It's really off the wall, but really fun. Bradley Cooper's in this as well, playing a guy who goes out with Barbra Streisand, someone who was famous. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. He's a massive wild card in this. Like, he's such a weird personality, but it is a really funny part of the film. So yeah, I would totally recommend Licorice Pizza to anyone, like I said, who likes films like Dazed and Confused, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, those kind of films. I'm trying to think of other ones off the top of my head that I like, but I love those kind of films. Like if you like, like Clerks and like slacker movies and things like that, it's got that kind of feel to it and that fun. And this through line throughout the entire story is this kind of love building between Alana and Gary, the two central characters. So yeah, worth checking out in my opinion. If you can go and see it at the cinema, go and see it at the cinema. It's always really good to go there. If not, check it out when it comes out on streaming services or rental or whatever. If you enjoyed this review, please hit like, subscribe. We'll do more of these, and let me know in the comments what you thought of this film, and if you would like me to see a review of the films, please do let me know. Thank you for all your comments on the last video for the Matrix one. That went really well. Really chuffed with that. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Ciao, see ya.